Alright guys, it's been a long time coming, but looks like we've finally been able to do our debut episode of Street Fighter 2, so let's give a shout out of our channel here. Great men taking over the world!
Great men taking over the world!
Round one, fight!
Welcome everyone, my name is Ren, and today we're talking about Street Fighter 2.
Hey everybody, I'm Oyaji, and today I'm excited to talk about Street Fighter 2.
Hey, this is Dark Assassin. I'm here to do a video on the Street Fighter 2 series about my experience, my nostalgia as a child.
I was around 6 years old, been playing it on the Sega Genesis off and on, and been playing it with my brothers back in the old neighborhood, and just had cool tournaments here and there, and it's just been good times ever since.
I guess one of my earliest memories playing Street Fighter 2 was with my friend Salim, and he was from Saudi Arabia, and I guess the unique thing about Salim, besides being from Saudi Arabia, was he was missing one of his hands, and so he had like a kind of interesting little hand and I remember like I was really kind of scared when I first met him, and I remember the way that he played was so unique that he just kind of rubbed his hand like on the controller really fast and vigorously, like, and he kicked my ass like almost every time, and so that was kind of my introduction, was getting beat by someone with just one hand, and from there I played with my brother. I think after that I finally got the game myself and like tried to improve a little bit, and yeah, I'm still not that good at it.
I was in second grade, 7 years old, when I first got into the Street Fighter 2 series when I first played it, because I heard it on TV and was like instantly into it and was drawn in when I saw it on TV, the gameplay and the whole commercial and stuff. So I rented it at Very Video back in the day when I lived up north, the Street Fighter 2 Turbo when I first rented, and then I enjoyed myself, played that for like about 5-6 hours a day, and then I rented Super Street Fighter 2 afterwards and played another 5 to 6 hours, beat the game, got good with everybody, and I also rented the Street Fighter 2 last after I rented the other two prior to that, and used to play with kids in the neighborhood, Dusk and Walker, back when I first moved to Ann Arbor later on. Played with family members, my cousin Devin, Matthew, Kyra back in the day. Beat all of them basically. Just enjoyed myself. It was a very good experience. If I had to rate the Street Fighter 2 series, I would rate it like a 9 out of 10. It was a hell of a good game. Loved it. Definitely enjoyed myself.
Wait, my favorite version though is probably Super Street Fighter 2 for the Sega Genesis. I do like playing on the Sega Genesis 6 buttons, pretty tight.
I had Super Nintendo. Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Alright.
My
Did
uncle's.
you play a lot in the arcade?
No, I don't think I ever played. I might have played it at like some electrician's picnic, like my grandpa's picnic. They used to have a arcade like cabinet there, so when we'd go like once a year, I would play it there, but just in the normal arcade, not so much. No.
My favorite character is definitely Ken. I've been playing Ken since the dawn of mankind.
20 years.
Since the dawn of mankind.
And my best character is Ryu, second Ken, and then to get away from the Fireball characters, I would pick like Bison, Blanca, E Honda, that I was good with. I pretty much got good with everyone except for Zangief and T-Hawk, because until this day, out of all my years of playing Street Fighter when I was 7, and I'm 27 now, that I could never get good with Zangief. Like, T-Hawk is a little better, because because of his punches and just his kicks is a little better, and just let's be honest, the War Pink looks flat out cool.
Favorite character? E Honda, of course. Sama Oyaji. I need the Japanese blood,
Hottest girl character in Street Fighter?
I probably would say it's a tie between Cammy and Chun-Li, except Cammy is dressed better because I like that ass shot she did when she does the winning skate. I'm going to be real saying that.
It is Coke or Pepsi, so it's just whatever I'm feeling at the certain time.
So you don't have a favorite?
I don't know. What are we asking here? The hottest or just who I'd play?
Both. I don't know.
Both. As terms of playability, it just depends. Chun-Li, you know, she's nice and fast, got those fast legs and stuff. But Cammy's got, I don't know, I like her style too. But hottest, probably Chun-Li. Her legs are just too intense.
Chun-Li or Cammy?
Chun-Li or Pepsi?
Chun-Li or Pepsi?
Chun-Li or
Cammy
Pepsi?
or Coke?
Or Cammy Coke? I'll probably go with Chun-Li, I guess. I have a thing for the Asians, so, you know. But Cammy's not bad.
Whose personality in the game do you identify with the most?
Bison.
Bison? The villainy, the pure evil?
Yeah, Bison.
You're absolute evil, you're into world domination.
Bison.
Conquering people, subjugating them.
Bison. It's Bison.
Maybe Blanca. Because, you know, he's got his monstrous side, but also he's got this nice human side to him. I think that's similar to myself.
You're a monster?
You're a
Yes.
monster.
It's kind of a reverse Blanca, though.
Yeah,
I think I'm more
reverse
of a
Blanc.
monster.
That's what I always told people. This guy's reverse Blanc.
That's what you tell people.
Just on the inside.
Yeah. Ken. That's easy.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah,
yeah.
cool.
I like training. I like lifting weights and stuff.
Favorite stage? Probably Cammy's stage because, you know, it's got some nice scenery. You have like the Aurora Borealis or whatever going on. That's crazy shit that you don't really see in most of the other stages. Although they do have other bizarre things like choking chickens and shit.
Yeah.
I'd actually say probably either Balrog or Giles, because Balrog is definitely shiny, nice, and it's got a good atmosphere to it.
I would say the Balrog stage in Las Vegas because the bright lights look good in the whole city atmosphere and just in a big city where you're fighting in the middle of a big city with a bunch of people looking at you and nice cars and stuff like that. I would say the Balrog stage within the looks of the stage.
The best soundtrack, the best theme, I think, is probably Balrog's.
Really?
Yeah, but if I was like in terms of like you know, the original sound, but I do like Ken's theme. If you were to play it on guitar,
Maybe Ken's stage? I don't know. I think that's just a classic kind of almost metal theme. So it's pretty suiting for that character. I like that.
Best costume? I would go with Bison. I'm gonna have to go with Bison again.
would you dress like that for Halloween?
Maybe for like Halloween, definitely, yeah.
Okay, then how about worst costume?
Chun-Li, them things on her head, them pigtails gotta go. Those things she got on her head gotta go. Well, Chun-Li has the worst fashion sense, honestly. It's Chun-Li.
So you wouldn't date her just because of her
I'd date her, but I would just dress her up different. Like tell her what to wear or some shit like that. You ain't going with me looking like that with them goddamn pigtails on your damn head. Hell no. And then that dress with them shoulder pads, just no.
Has a woman ever defeated you in the game and played against you?
No.
Good.
What if they did?
Hey, anything's possible in this world we live in is how I see
But
it.
it would not crush your masculinity? You wouldn't feel like less of a man because you lost to a woman?
Cut.
If there was a Dark Assassin character in this game, what would his special move be?
It would be the Heavenly Sword attack.
Heavenly Sword.
What would that be like?
That would pretty much be shooting a beam of swords at light speed, pretty much.
That's awesome.
Can you elaborate? Like, what would be the effect on the enemy?
It would be... Oh, man. Cut.
Hello, this is Albert Wesker with Bravo Team. I'm coming to you from just a little bit outside of Raccoon Forest here at the original Resident Evil Mansion. I broke out a little bit of film equipment and I'm one of these safe rooms, and I wanted to give you a little lowdown on one of my favorite video games. Capcom, besides making Resident Evil, also made this wonderful original one-on-one fighting game in the early 1990s called Street Fighter II. An incredible series came out of it, and I wanted to talk to you about a little bit about it. My favorite version was Street Fighter II Special Champion Edition on Sega Genesis, released in 1993. I started playing it in 1994, and I had a blast with it, eventually moving up to Super Street Fighter II, and that was an incredible experience as well. And of course, there were many times at the arcades, days, nights, mornings, evenings. We had a blast. We had entire tournaments in that Super Street Fighter 2. Remember those little brackets in the tournaments with the 8 people? We had crazy tournament nights with a bunch of people lined up in the brackets. 1 round, do or die fights all night long. Little kids, I mean like 10, 12, 8 years old, staying up until 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning killing each other with these Street Fighters. And yeah, it was a very interesting memory before I got into the whole special ops thing. Later in my career, I used to play a lot of video games, and once in a while I go back in time and relive the memories. So that's my introduction to Street Fighter 2.
Soruket!
How about favorite character in the series?
My favorite character was always M. Bison. I mean, I am Albert Wesker. I identify with people who are very, how would you say, tyrannical and dictatorial. A lot of leadership abilities. And Bison is a guy who's all about himself. World domination, that's what he's all about. And I always liked him as a character to play with him, and I identified with his personality.
Who's your least favorite character on Street Fighter?
My least favorite character, oh my goodness, there's so many. I mean, in the Super one, I think T-Hawk really annoys me. He just, those bizarre ass diagonal flights that he takes are just weird, and his long legs. Dalsim's pretty weird, but if you beat people with Dalsim, it really pisses them off. It's really cool when you mess with them with the long legs and the long arms. It'll screw them up pretty good. But I mean, they're all good, decent characters overall. I mean, Vega's, I'm not crazy about him. I like his look, I like his stage, but I never really was crazy about playing with him.
Do squeak!
What's your favorite stage?
My favorite stage, man, there's so many. There's Ryu, there's Ken, there's Guile. I mean, it's got to be one of those 3. Balrog stage also, I love that one. I mean, they're all really good stages. Fond memories. I think Guile stage and the theme music from Guile stage is absolutely quintessential, and Ryu stage as well.
Shoryuken!
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke or Pepsi as far as Cammy or Chun-Li? I gotta go threesome. Take them both at the same time.
Oh, man. Holy crap.
Wesker's thinking ahead.
The one thing that we mentioned before is like they all have their, like, each character is unique.
Mm-hmm.
Each has like its own like shit, its own like its own appearance, own costumes, own everything. Is like every character matters in this game.
Yeah.
One character that really looks cool when I first played it as a kid was Blanca. Just the whole green with the red hair, and then with the chest hair,
Yeah.
and then when he shoots electricity and stuff.
Yeah,
He looked really cool as hell as a kid.
Yeah, I
one thing
agree.
I remember too, one little detail, it just came into my mind just now. That's what I wanted to say.
Wow, that's actually a good thing. I
That's
just
really
recalled
good.
it too because
Yeah.
I thought the same thing. He was probably like the coolest looking character when I first saw him.
When I played him on the SNES version, and then I had the actual toy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was like excited, like
Right,
really
he's got
like
that crazy
happy,
red
good
hair
mood and
contrasting with his green body.
shit. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Looks like a vampire or something.
I'm pretty sure like when I first played the game, Blanca was the only character I could actually do his like special attack,
Yeah.
because you just
Just
press
tap,
one
yeah.
button
Yeah.
over and over. I was like,
Just press
that was
Y
it.
button.
And you can
on the
actually like
SNES.
kind of kick some people's ass doing
Yeah.
that, because it's kind of
Did you
hard to
corner
get
him
in
too?
there.
Especially if you corner him like a noob or some shit? Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
dude.
kind of a strong one button move.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
The characters I never got into were Ken and Ryu actually.
Oh my god.
And
Really?
the
What are you, a
Different
rebel?
case.
What are you, a rebel?
Yeah, it was like a rebellious
That's
thing.
what I
like-
think of like, every time we're playing the game. Like you keep
Yeah.
avoiding them. I'm like, what is this guy up
Yeah,
to? He's
yeah,
a
I
rebel.
avoid them because those are like I see those as like the iconic character. Everyone always picks them. So I was
Yeah.
like, well, why don't I just do something
Right.
new? Try something like not everyone plays.
That's true.
So yeah, that's why I never really picked them when I played.
Yeah, that
Oh
makes
my
sense.
God.
That
But I mean,
makes-
they're cool characters.
yeah.
Just-
I don't know, man. They just feel the most right. Just like their Hadouken motions, and then the dragon
The
punches,
hurricane kick when you go on the other
hurricane
side.
kicks,
and then-
their stats, their animation, they just seem like the coolest characters.
Yeah,
It seems
Ryu's
like
my
that's-
favorite. Ryu
I mean,
is my all-time
right.
favorite. I play him online. I play him with people and be kicking people's asses for the most part. I have to say true.
Holy shit.
Just honestly.
Yeah. And it was like around, the summer of 2005 when you kind of got me
I
back.
got you back in the fighting
You
games.
got kind of back into fighting games.
Yeah.
At first, I was more into 3D fighting games and stuff, but then I started trying out some Guilty Gear,
Guilty Gear.
2D kind of games, and that kind of made me think, let's play
Even-
some Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter.
Let's play some Street Fighter, and now I'm like, wow, this game really holds up. So what do you guys think? You guys think it really holds
Agreed.
up?
Definitely agreed.
Yeah,
It's
still really playable. isn't it?
classic, true classic.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those games also, it's just, you need to play it with another human.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like single player mode. It's not
so boring.
It's really boring. Yeah, it's more like about the interaction that you have
Yeah.
with your friends,
Right.
playing it, like challenging, like
Mhm.
playing different characters. So
Right.
I think that's how it holds up. It's
Yeah.
like, it's a social game.
Well, all right, guys. This was our debut episode of Street Fighter 2 with great men taking over the world here. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It was quite fun. And so, until the next episode,
One love.
Sega!
sayonara.
Hadouken! Hadouken!